looking at Demetrius Jackson Court in Mishawaka, where tonight it's a top 10 showdown in the Northern Indiana Conference. The Class 4A 8th-ranked Penn Kingsmen have come a-calling on the 3rd-ranked team in 3A, the Marian Knights, on this edition of the 46th Game of the Week. And how you doing, everybody? With the Hall of Famer upstairs, Bob Nagel, and the Hall of Famer downstairs, Bo Hunt, it's Chuck Freeby. Great to have you with us for what we think will be an exciting night, one of the most anticipated nights of the season here on TV 46. The Penn Kingsmen are 11-1, and they have a dynamic backcourt. Yes, they have Joe Smith, but they also have a player by the name of Marcus Burton, who's 3rd in the state of Indiana in scoring.
Averaging 28+ points per game. He's an outstanding ball player. What he really needs to do tonight, Chuck, is make sure he does all the other things well. He's got a great reputation as a defender, as a rebounder, and as a guy who can make plays. So Marian's overplaying on him. You got to make sure you stay in what you do well, and then Marcus Burton does it all well.
The Marian Knights have a dynamic backcourt as well. They are led by junior Declan Sullivan, but they also have a senior in Rich Brooks, who started his career at Penn, so he may have a chip on his shoulder tonight.
Well, he might have, and I don't blame him. Getting here was a little bit of an issue, but the thing is, he's playing so well, and he's a big part of that Marian offense. Now, their guards can shoot the three a little bit more effectively than Penn's guards, but what they have to do is defensively stay in front of the Penn guards, because they love to penetrate and they love to create opportunities near the basket.
Bo Hunt joins us on the sidelines tonight. And Bo, Marian has played a challenging schedule and taken a couple of losses in that schedule, but do those losses teach a team sometimes more than they learn from wins?
I think one of the most important things as a coach is making sure your schedule, you're playing top-level teams, no matter if you win or lose those games out of conferences, especially with those games, because you learn so much from those losses because you're playing against great competition, and they show you your weaknesses. And I think that's one of the biggest things with both of these teams is they're able to adjust week in and week out and adjust on those weaknesses and make corrections on them. That's why we have 2 fantastic teams tonight, guys.
Marian has won 7 in a row in this series. To say Penn is a little bit hungry would be an epic understatement. We've got a lot to talk about in our pregame show, including our Jordan Automotive Keys to Win, and we'll do that next on the 46th Game of the Week.
This is the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by Intera Credit Union, Bill's Heating, Jordan Automotive Group, TCU, Wolverine Mutual Insurance, Crown Trophy, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, St. Andrews Products, and the IHSAA.
And this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by the Jordan Automotive Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. Welcome back to Demetrius Jackson Court on the campus of Marian High School as we get you ready for Penn and Marian in this top 10 NIC showdown. Time now to look at our keys to win, brought to you by the aforementioned Jordan Auto Group. And when you talk about the Penn Kingsmen, you have to start with one of the state's top players, at least in the junior class, and that's Marcus Burton. The 6-footer is averaging 28 points a game. That's 3rd in the state. That goes with 6 rebounds a game to lead the team. He also leads Penn in assists and steals. So who else helps him out? Well, his backcourt mate Joe Smith's pretty good. Another 6-foot junior. Smith is averaging a little over 14 points a game and 3 rebounds a game. And he's a very good 3-point shooter, hitting at 43%. The keys to win for the veteran Al Rhodes and the Kingsmen.
Well, number one, Chuck, they have to execute with patience on offense. The harder they work, the better shots they'll get, and they are willing to work hard for that. They have to win the rebounding battle, and could be size against quickness in that battle for Penn. And don't fall into a trap. Penn has lost some big leads over the season. They got to avoid that trap here tonight. Al Rhodes, in his 41st season as head coach, he's happy to be part of one of the big games on the schedule tonight.
It really is. Here at midseason, We've both done very well, and so it's nice to play a top-ranked team like Marian, to see where we're at, see what we need to improve on as we go into the second half of the year. I've been very pleased. I'm sure Coach Berger's been very pleased with his team, and so it's nice. Hopefully we have a full house tonight.
Bob mentioned the three-point shooting of the Marian backcourt. It will be on display tonight. They'll start with Declan Sullivan, the 6'1 junior who is the leading scorer on this team at over 17 points a game. He's a little bit like Burton, leads in points, assists, and steals, and he shoots 46% from beyond the arc. So does his backcourt mate, Richard Brooks, the 6'2 senior, averaging 15 points a game. He has scored double figures in 8 straight games, and that includes 36 three-pointers over the course of the season. The keys to win for Rob Berger and the Knights.
Well, maybe the most important thing for Marian tonight is to contain the dribble. They cannot let Penn penetrate into the paint, get that soft shot, and they've got to really keep their guards outside. They got to run the shooters off the three-point line, and you give up 2, it's okay. You just don't want to be giving up three-pointers when you don't have to. And they got to keep their bigs off the offensive glass. No entry passes off a three-point miss. That's one of the things that Penn's been doing well this year. Rob Berger is head coach of the Marian Knights. He's in his 24th season, and he talked about the importance of playing a tough schedule, getting you ready for a game like this.
Well, I mean, I think, iron sharpens iron, I think. I mean, you play tougher teams, you play tougher players. It's just going to make your team better in the long run. Marcus Burton's a tremendous guard, but, we've played some pretty good guards down at Westfield and Indy Cathedral, that'll be Indiana All-Stars this year. So, I think that helps us, see different people, different players. It helps us, in our conference and hopefully in the state tournament.
On a cold January night, somehow, some people have raided their dad's closets and found the Hawaiian shirts. They're ready for some hot action on the inside. It's number 8 Penn and number 3 Marian. Those have been the Jordan Automotive keys to win. The tip-off is next on 46. This edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by Terra Credit Union. We get it, and we've got it. Starting lineups are being announced here in Mishawaka. We have them as well. Here's Bob Nagel.
Thank you, partner. And for the Penn Kingsmen, Joey Garwood will start at a guard. He's a 6'1 junior. He wears number 1. Number 3, keep an eye on him, Marcus Burton. He's a guard, a 6' junior. One of the leading scorers in the state. Joe Smith is his counterpart, averaging in double figures. Joe wears number 11. He's a guard and a 6' junior. Josh Gatete will start at a forward. Gatete is a 6'6 junior. And Cole Wojciechowski will also start at a forward. He wears number 55, and he is a 6'9" senior. Now the starting lineups for the Marian Knights. Number 1 is Declan Sullivan. He's number 1 in more ways than one. He's our leading scorer, 6'1 junior. He'll play at a guard. Also at a guard is Richard Brooks. He wears number 13. He's a 6'2 senior. The big guys down low. Darian Thornton is a 6'4 junior. He wears number 2. Number 4 is Zion Rhodes. He's a 6'3 sophomore. He'll play at a forward. And the big guy inside with a lot of responsibility tonight is Kaleo Kakalea. He wears number 5. He's a 6'6 senior and ready to go for the Marian Knights tonight. Quality lineups, and it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, the officials for tonight's game. We've got Chris Adams working with Mark Kenyon and Wesley Yoder. Marian in the white, Penn in the black. We're ready to go, and the opening tip is claimed by Penn. They go ahead to Joe Smith. He missed the layup. The rebound to Garwood. Penn will move it to Marcus Burton for 3. And just like that, the state's 3rd leading scorer draws blood. It's 3-0 Kingsmen. Marian 11-2 on the year, ranked number 3 in Class 3A. They get the ball to Darian Thornton, Declan Sullivan for 3. It's sponsored by Indiana State Senator Ryan Mishler. We're all knotted up. And you get a sense of what the tempo may be like here inside Demetrius Jackson Court tonight.
Partner, I just don't understand what took everybody so long to get into the game. We haven't played a minute yet. It's been outstanding.
Joe Smith, Garwood for three. Joey Garwood misses. The rebound, Cole Wojciechowski, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Marian. You see some of this terrific crowd inside Marian High School tonight. Penn applying full court pressure. Richard Brooks will bring it up against Joe Smith. Brooks, the strong 6'2" senior. The ball goes through the hands, but Declan Sullivan knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Penn ball.
The uniforms for tonight's game, the Marian Knights in their home white uniform with blue trim and numbers. The Penn Kingsmen in their black uniform with gold and white trim and numbers. These teams are looking good, and so can your team. St. Andrews Products has the finest apparel as well as promotional products.
Joey Gatete was blocked, but then he put it back up and in. So Josh Gatete gets the first two-pointer of the night for Penn, and it's 5-3. Sullivan banging bodies with Smith. Thornton looks for help. There's Declan Sullivan. Sullivan working one-on-one against Gatete. Wojciechowski came over to help, and that leaves Zion Rhodes open, blocked out of bounds by Gatete, who picks up his 19th block shot of the season to lead the Kingsmen.
Wow. Good pass inside to Rhodes, but out of size defensively for Penn.
Brooks thought about the three, instead takes the two, but Burton altered the shot. Kakaliya down low, and he'll go to the line for free throws, sponsored by Christensen Furniture. They'll call the foul on Joe Smith. You get another look on the R&B Car Company replay.
One of the things that both these teams have to be careful in the backcourt is foul trouble. They have depth, but we're obviously looking at four of the best.
Kaleo Kakaliya hits the first. 75% free throw shooter on the year. The senior averaging 9 points a game. We saw him score his career high 17 in the game we did against Riley earlier this season. Misses the second, but the rebound is Sullivan for two. And Marian grabs the 6-5 lead. Penn 11-1 on the year. Their best win came against Crown Point. Their only loss to Valparaiso. Joe Smith for three. Ring it up. The 6-foot junior knocks down his 27th three-pointer of the season and puts Penn back on top. Kakaliya working against Garwood. Brooks has Smith draped all over him. Thornton comes down the lane against Wojciechowski, tips it back up and in. Darian Thornton, the 6'4" junior, averaging 8 points a game. We're knotted up at 8. Smith for three. It was blocked by Sullivan. Here's Kakaliya. Nearly stolen by Burton. Instead, Sullivan drives and charged. Wojciechowski had that big 6'9" frame planted in the paint, and Declan Sullivan went right into the big fella. You'll see it again on the R&B Car Company replay.
By the way, folks, you can reach St. Andrews Products at sales@standrewscorp.com.
Knotted at 8. We've played 3 minutes. Burton carving the 2-3 zone, but he missed the jumper, and Zion Rhodes gets the rebound. Both teams playing at a quick tempo. It's Rich Brooks outside. Penn switching people on defense nicely. Kakaliya liked the matchup against Garwood, but couldn't hit the shot, and Gatete knocks it out of bounds, so Marian retains possession.
Folks, you're looking for an extraordinary team and where you can work hard and have fun? Well, join the team at Chick-fil-A. Looking for a job? They have competitive wages, complimentary meals, employee discounts, and provided team member uniforms. Stop by Chick-fil-A and ask for an application or give them a call at 968-0351. That's 968-0351.
Declan Sullivan has 7 of Marian's first 10 points, and the Knights have a 2-point lead. into Gatete. The turnaround from mid-range is good. You don't see that shot taken all that often, but Josh Gatete with 4, the junior only averaging 5 a game. Zion Rhodes up top. Hands to Declan Sullivan. Finds Rhodes on a pretty give and go. And Zion Rhodes has now hit 14 of his last 15 field goals, but it's easy to understand because most of them are like that.
Nice job getting inside.
Burton looking for help. There's Wojciechowski, and he gives it off. Great ball movement, and Garwood makes the Knights pay. Joey Garwood with his 29th three-pointer of the year. Penn back on top. Kakalia outside. Now Darian Thornton. Here's Rich Brooks working on Joe Smith. Brooks having problems getting to the flow of the offense and travel.
Second turnover for Marian tonight. Marian leading on the boards early on by a margin of 5-2.
And Penn will go to its bench for the first time tonight. And they'll put in Trey Miller to take the place of Joey Garwood.
Christensen Furniture is a local family-owned business serving Michiana since 1912. If you're looking for the perfect furniture for your home, Christensen's Furniture has everything you need. Bedrooms, dining rooms, living rooms, home office, home theater, and much more. Christensen's Furniture, where affordability meets style.
Thornton just ripped the ball away from Gatete. Now Sullivan, who's had the hot hand early. Look at the move he puts on Burton, but he couldn't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound. Thornton for 3. Darian Thornton with his 9th three-pointer of the season. It's sponsored by Indiana State Senator Ryan Mishler. Knights go to a 1-3-1 zone. Burton for 3. Off the iron, but the rebound to Miller, who missed it. He gets his own rebound. It's blocked. And now a held ball is called. Alternating possession goes to Marian. 3 good looks that time for the Kingsmen, but they couldn't put it in.
Yeah, Marcus Burton had a good look. Miller a couple of tries. Got a couple of offensive rebounds in there to defend Kingsmen.
Marian with a rare chance to actually add to its lead tonight. That's how back and forth this one has been in the opening 6 minutes. In the corner, Kakalea for 3. It's sponsored by Indiana State Senator Ryan Mishler. Kaleo with his 11th trifecta of the season. It's a 5-point Marian advantage. Joe Smith calls out the play for the Kingsmen. They have yet to get Burton really on track. He'll try here inside. Misses to the left, and the rebound to Rhodes. Marian defense really thwarting Marcus Burton here in the early going.
Marian with 7 rebounds here in the first quarter.
Sullivan looking for some help, finds Thornton outside. Back to Declan. See the clock, bottom right corner of the Intera Credit Union scoreboard. Sullivan for 3. It's sponsored by Indiana State Senator Ryan Mishler. Sullivan's 2nd 3 of the night, 4th of the quarter for the Knights, and they lead it by 8.
Sullivan in double figures already.
See if Penn holds for the last shot.
Your proud sponsor, Weaver Consultants Group, located in Granger, Indiana, wants to wish the Marian Knights good luck in tonight's game. Check out Weaver Consultants Group at WCGRP.com to see how they can identify solutions to help you achieve your business needs.
Trey Miller's shot partially blocked. Knights on the run. Sullivan for Kakalea, and he got it before the buzzer. What a quarter for the Marian Knights. The Knight faithful will come to their feet. The three-pointers were falling in the first quarter. Declan Sullivan had 10 points with a pair of threes. But Penn was able to answer with a Joe Smith trifecta. It wasn't enough. Marian leads by 10, 23-13 after one on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Bill's Heating, keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951. Let's get a Bill's Heating sideline report. Bo Hunt, everybody in the crowd coming up for air during this little break. What made Marian so effective in that first quarter?
Well, I think it was the ability to play team basketball out there. 4 of their 5 starters already halfway to their game high of their points, or their game average points. 4 of their 5 starters. And Richard Brooks, 0 points. That means it's such a team basketball game out there for the ability for 4 of their starters to have half of their average points for a game in just the first quarter is just such a tribute to how well they're playing together as a team, guys.
Shooting 69% from the field doesn't hurt either.
Awesome. 9 out of 13 from Marian, including 4 out of 4 from three-point range. Penn so far in the ball game, 5 out of 15, just 33%, 3 out of 7 from three-point range.
That's the story of the game right now, those shooting numbers. Second quarter being brought to us by Wolverine Mutual Insurance. Cole Wojciechowski banging bodies. And a charge called, or is a foul called on Marian? We'll see. It is on Marian. It's on Kakalia, his first. He'll send Cole Wojciechowski, a 65% foul shooter, to the line for free throws sponsored by Klein Custom Homes.
Wouldn't it be great to work for a company where their employees are the most valuable asset? Well, now's your chance, because ReshCore is hiring. They have production positions available in a team-driven environment with excellent benefits that include medical, dental, and a 401k. To learn more about joining the ReshCore family and get a $1,000 sign-on bonus, visit the website at reshcore.com. That's RESCHCOR.com.
Wojciechowski trying to get back to full strength after a bout with COVID. He goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. He'll check out. Blake Barker comes in with a 6'6" senior. And again, Penn offering full court pressure. Brooks brings it over the stripe for the Knights. Rich Brooks kicks it outside. Now Sullivan, who has been red hot in the early going. Kakalia got a step on Garwood, couldn't take him all the way in. Brooks tight-roped it and found Rhodes underneath for 2. That was a beautiful play by Rich Brooks to set up the sophomore Zion Rhodes.
Brooks touches the ball. He's getting a lot of attention. He found the man open underneath.
Marian with its largest lead of the night at 11. Smith on the outside. It's a very active zone defense, a hallmark of a Rob Berger team. Smith found Garwood in the corner for 3, and Joey Garwood is deadly from there. The 6'1" junior has really stepped up this season, averaging 12 points a game, and he's halfway there tonight.
2 out of 3 so far for Garwood from three-point range.
Sullivan guarded by Gatete. Sullivan decides to drive on the big man and scores over him. That's a big-time play by Declan. 12 points now for Sullivan, and he gets a steal as well. Smith takes it right back. Penn with numbers. Burton takes advantage and bursts to the hole for 2. 5 for Marcus Burton. Al Rhodes talked about how he has become more of a scorer this year rather than just a shooter. Meanwhile, Thornton inside missed the bunny, and Burton gets a rebound. Marcus Burton put all kinds of work into his jump shot in the offseason, but he is also a terrific floor general, averaging 6 assists a game. Joe Smith airballs the 3, and Kaleo Kakaleo with the rebound. The pace slowing down a little bit here in the second quarter, as you might expect.
Would have to.
Sullivan jab stepping, found Rhodes underneath for 2. Zion Rhodes is 3 for 3 tonight with 6. The Cushing back to double digits. And Al Rhodes wants a timeout. We'll take it as well. It's sponsored by the Penn Booster Club. 4:51 to go first half. Things not clicking right now for the Kingsmen. They trail Marian by 10 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week brought to you in part by Wolverine Mutual Insurance, protecting you and your family for generations.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies, proud to support high school sports in Michiana. They know all about teamwork. They provide components for the aerospace industry, as well as medical, automotive, military, and defense. At IFT, they're excited about the future and very proud of their past, celebrating over 60 years of excellence. At IFT, quality is a way of life.
You look into that huddle. Al Rhodes, in his 41st season, has not lost his passion for the sport of basketball or for coaching. 652 career wins for Al Rhodes. And that will put him 4th among active coaches in wins and 12th all-time in the state of Indiana.
Good time for timeout there for Coach Rhodes. Wanted to wait long enough to see what adjustments need to be made.
Well, let's see if they can figure it out. Gatete found Barker underneath. The big fella had a shot blocked by Jackson Price. And I think we've got a held ball. We do. Possession arrow points to Marian. And the officials having a little talk with some of the players as things get a little feisty after the whistle.
Penn trailing Marian on the boards. Marian with 10 rebounds and 4 of those on the offensive end.
The officials got a little confused as to who the possession arrow was pointing to. You see the long held ball there. And then when Thornton went to take it away, the officials said, "Let's calm down."
State Senator Ryan Mishler is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wants to wish the Marian Knights good luck in tonight's game. Go Knights, from Senator Ryan Mishler.
Now Penn extending the 2-3 zone here against Marian, trying to give the Knights a little dose of their own medicine. Jackson Price for 3 is offline, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Marian.
Marian trying to get some other folks in the scoring column. They have 4 so far who have scored.
Knights coming off their best win of the season on Tuesday night. That came at Culver Academy, and they won 60-42. Very impressive performance against Cooper Farrell and the Eagles. Declan Sullivan misses the 3, and the rebound to Josh Gatete. Burton with a great spin move to get around Sullivan for 2. Wow. The junior with 7.
Going to be a lot of that tonight, where players are trying themselves one-on-one against the other team's maybe top player.
Marian hit 4 threes in that opening stanza. Now they've been trying to work the ball inside, but tougher to do against this Penn zone.
The COVID-19 pandemic has changed many things in our world, but not the love, dedication, and commitment that the Marian High School faculty and staff have for providing a Catholic education. Marian students learn with humility, serve with compassion, lead with integrity in the classroom, the athletic fields, and in the community. Learn more about becoming a Knight. Visit the website, marianhs.org, for more information. Go Knights.
Jackson Price's 3 is sponsored by Indiana State Senator Ryan Mishler. Price, a 39% three-point shooter on the year, nails his 17th. Every time Penn has made a foray, Marian has answered. Gatete misses, and the bodies hit the ground. It's a holding call against Marian. It'll be called on Kakaliya. That's his 2nd.
And that's an issue.
Rob Berger, he is not in his first rodeo either. He's got a few wins under his belt, 351 to be exact, in 24 years of coaching. He'll go to his bench here, and Zion Rhodes will take the place of Kakaliya.
One of the things Kakalea being out of there causes, Marian, is to have some of their bigger guys try to rebound more. That includes Rhodes, obviously. But
Joe Smith with the quick trigger there. He hits the three. And a timeout is taken by Penn. It is sponsored by the Penn Booster Club. 2:37 to go first half. Kingsmen have chiseled their way back within 8 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, partnering with TV 46 for over 30 years.
Markley and Associates would like to give a special shout out to all the Marian players and students. We're very proud of all of you and your accomplishments. They'd also like to thank the coaches, teachers, administrators, and staff at Marian High School. We appreciate everyone involved at Marian High School. Our school community is truly a family. Go Knights.
The Knights going so far to an 8-point lead at 32-24. They get the ball to Richard Brooks on the outside. Ball tipped by Burton, but Brooks takes the three, missed it badly, and the rebound to Gatete. Penn has done a great job with the 2-3 zone of taking Marian out of its rhythm, and Marcus Burton is starting to find his. He has 9. As close as Penn has been for a while. It's interesting because you would think every day in practice Marian winds up working against the zone because they use it so much themselves. But they've struggled here. Sullivan for 3. That was way offline, but Thornton winds up scooping in the rebound, and Darien with 7 in the first half.
What a big rebound.
Knights have done a nice job on the offensive glass here in the first half. Burton cross court to Smith. Nice touch pass to Barker, and he's fouled by Jackson Price.
Kona Ice says, we're mobile, we're fun. We're stocked with the most delicious flavors you've ever tasted. Visit Kona-ice.com today to reserve your party before the dates are taken. That's Kona Ice. Drove on some of that today, didn't we?
Yeah, oh yeah. They didn't shade it though, they didn't flavor it, they just put it on the streets.
They saved that flavored ice for the summertime. Boy, that sounds great.
Wojciechowski has it knocked away, and Penn will retain possession. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, our Carl K. Memorial halftime report featuring our TCU student athletes of the week.
Chance for everybody in the house to catch their breath. This has been unbelievable.
It is a packed house here at Demetrius Jackson Court tonight. Trey Miller looking, finds Joe Smith. There's Wojciechowski, nice touch pass to Gatete for 2. Wojciechowski has proven depth with the hands on the inside. Back to a 6-point lead.
Yeah, it's good basketball, isn't it?
Sullivan had it poked away from behind. And I'm told no more people can get in the gym tonight. It's officially a sellout. Down low, Thornton. There's Sullivan up top. Price for 3. Bring it up. It's sponsored by Indiana State Senator Ryan Mishler. Jackson Price's second 3 of the first half. Meanwhile, Burton to Gatete. Here's Miller offline, and the rebound to Sullivan. Let's see if Marian tries to hold for 1. Thornton over Wojciechowski, misses, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Penn, and the Kingsmen will get the chance for the last shot of the first half.
Our sincere thanks to the wonderful team at St. Andrews Products for supplying our broadcast team with the finest in apparel. They can do the same for your team, school, or business. Promotional products, advertising specialties, business gifts, and so much more. Call us at 1-800-628-9922 or visit us at sales@standrewscorp.com. If you have questions, our answer is always yes.
Joe Smith, deep 3. Wojciechowski, the rebound, powers it up and in to beat the buzzer. So Penn makes a nice foray late in the first half to get back within 7. Bo Hunt is down on the floor, and he is courtside with Marian head coach Rob Berger for a Bills Heating sideline report. Go ahead, Bo.
Robbie, going into halftime, you're able to do it from the outside, but Thornton and Rhodes just a great job on the inside as well. Just your thoughts on that first half.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good first half. I mean, probably a good first half to watch, entertaining game. We've got to do a better job defensively on the boards to give us a chance.
Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, Bo, stick around, everybody. A lot to talk about in our halftime report. The offense has been flowing for both teams. Marcus Burton spinning his way for 9 points. Joe Smith, his backcourt mate, has added 6. But Marian has had answers from the outside. Jackson Price with 6. Declan Sullivan with 12. Knights lead at 37-30 at the break. The Carl K. Memorial's halftime report is next on 46.
And we're back with you from Marian High School. A chance to talk to our student athletes of the week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. A couple of fine representatives with us. We've got Logan Stevens from Marian High School and also Joe Smith from Penn High School. And Joe, we'll start with you. First of all, congratulations for being singled out for the work you're doing not only on the court but in the classroom.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Talk about the time management issues you got to handle. Practice. You're practicing all summer. It's really it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does. It's just about managing your time. When you got a lot of classes, a lot of hard classes, you got to schedule a time to do your homework, and then time to watch film. And there's just a lot of things to do. Yep.
And you're involved in a couple other things at Penn High School, and including National Honor Society, things like that. Talk about what your plans are for college.
Well, my plans are my goal is to continue my athletic and academic career at a college, try to get a scholarship, and that's about it. Yep.
Any idea what you'd like to study?
I'm thinking business or economics and maybe pursue like a career in coaching.
Well, good luck for you in that category. You must have some great mentors along the way. It's a nice sign. Talk about the people that mattered in your life and who've made a special effort to see that you're successful.
Really just my family. All of our family grew up playing basketball, and just have 2 older sisters to look up to playing basketball, and a dad and my mom have been so helpful for me, so just my family.
Very nice of you to give your sisters credit. That's wonderful. Hey, congratulations on what you've done, and best wishes in the future.
Thank you.
All right, Joe Smith from Penn High School, one of our student athletes. And Logan Stevens is with us from Marian High School. And Logan, congratulations on all your success. You talk about a busy guy, huh?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Talk about the sports you're involved with.
I run cross country and track, and I swim as well.
Wow. And so you're practicing year-round. You never stop that. You like the individual aspect of things like cross country and track where, it's a team game, and yet you get a lot of personal responsibility out there.
Oh, yeah, I really like to push myself as many opportunities as I can, and it really helps to have a team behind you to do that a lot of the time.
And then you got some time issues. You got to make sure your priorities are in line.
Oh, yeah, it's like any second I can get to work on homework or just make myself better at the sports I do, waking up early, sometimes staying up late too. It's just every second I can get helps.
You got some definite plans for college, something about a Boilermaker.
Oh yeah, I'm planning on studying engineering at Purdue.
It's not a bad idea. They've got a great program down there, and wish you luck with that. Talk about the people that mattered in your life and have helped you along the way.
Of course, my parents, grandparents, my sister, my friends, girlfriend, all these people that come out and support me at events and stuff. It really makes me feel good, and it really helps me perform to the best I can.
It's a great list, and congratulations on having that support. Congratulations on your success, and best wishes in the future.
Hey, thank you.
Logan Stevens from Marian High School, Joe Smith from Penn High School. Our Student Athletes of the Week brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com. Find out how you can become a member today. We're back with some great first half highlights and stats in just a moment. You're watching the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Halftime at Demetrius Jackson Court with the Marian Knights leading the Penn Kingsmen by a count of 37-30 in this top 10 NIC class. You get a look at some of this sellout crowd on hand here for this top 10 showdown. Chuck Freeby and Bob Nagel high above the fray here. And partner, it is everything we expected it to be. It's a battle of the backcourts. I think even though we expected a fast tempo, maybe we didn't expect it to be this fast.
I'll tell you what, everybody's out of breath, including us. But one of the things that was kind of strange on the stat sheet, both teams had 3 turnovers. That is terrific for a first half of basketball. Also, each team had 3 free throw attempts, not many. So they've been able to get up and down the court. The officials have done a nice job. Nobody's wasting possessions. And the rebounding, also dead even at halftime, 12-12.
Biggest difference has been shooting in this one. Let's show you how it got to be this way tonight in the Princess City. Marian got off to the hot start as they worked the ball around to Declan Sullivan, and he buried the three-pointer. But then Penn had an answer with Joe Smith on the outside, and the tone was set. Meanwhile, Marian was able to then get some penetration, get the ball down low. Zion Rhodes had himself a very nice first half. So too did Darian Thornton, who scored 7 points in that opening half. Marian then getting the ball down low to Rhodes one more time. He had 6. Finally, Penn started to get some offense out of Marcus Burton. He wound up leading the Kingsmen with 9 points in the first half. But even when Marian had a bad miss from Declan Sullivan, Thornton was there for the putback. Good balance for the Knights, and that's kind of carried the way for Rob Berger's team.
Really does, and again, that shooting percentage outstanding for Marian as they shoot 63% in the first half, 44% for Penn, which is way up after the first quarter. They got out to a cold start, but so many of the numbers are just about even other than shooting percentage, and that is the difference, as Marian has 15 baskets, Penn has 12. That's 6 points. The difference is 7, and we've got ourselves a dandy second half coming up.
Glad you've joined us for this one, whether you're watching on the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, or the Champions Network, or tonight on TV 46. Whatever the case, Marian leading 37-30 at the intermission. This has been the Carl K. Memorial's Halftime Report. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, IFT, where quality is a way of life.
Royal Excursion is proud supporter of high school athletics, whether for a wedding, school event, team, or corporate travel, family, or special event. Royal Excursion lets you enjoy the ride, whether it's a day trip or cross-country travel. Arrive in style with Royal Excursion.
Let's go downstairs for a Bills Heating sideline report. Bo, I saw you talking to Al Rhodes. What do you have to say?
Well, basically, when I was back playing against him, about the same thing, you know? He's talking about, you know, we would be down a lot more at this time if it wasn't for some of the missed shots from Marian. He goes, we're very lucky. He goes, the biggest thing is we need to stop the ball and also defensive rebounds. He goes, Marian's offensive rebounds are just killing us. So on our defensive end, we have to attack the boards. And if we don't, we're going to get blown out of the water here.
He ain't wrong.
No, he knows something about it. Folks, the Penn Boosters root for the Kingsmen success tonight and all season. They support all extracurricular activities. It's only $10 a year to join. It's a great way to show your spirit. Last year, Penn Boosters awarded over $20,000 for academic clubs and teams. Follow them on Facebook or go to pennroosters.org. Penn Boosters.
I was going to say, they have roosters?
Oh, they do.
We're ready for the third quarter. It's sponsored by Wolverine Mutual Insurance. Kingsmen will begin the second half with the basketball as the folks try to get settled back into their seats if they can find them, if they didn't get stolen during the intermission. Penn cut the deficit to 7 with a buzzer-beating bucket at the end of the first half. Let's see if they can parlay on that momentum. Marcus Burton had it swatted away by Sullivan, and Kakalia was it a held ball situation, and on the alternating possession it will go to the Marian Knights. We are joined by a special guest here at the court that bears his name, Demetrius Jackson, stopping by our broadcast position. I gotta ask you, what's it like to look down there and see your name on this court?
Yeah, is this working? Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
I'm live.
Man.
No, this is a really special to see a full gym, to see you know, all the hard work that everybody's put in to make sure that we had a great venue tonight. But we got a great game. So I'm just really thankful to be here.
Demetrius, I'm going to have you just walk around here on the other side of me so that the folks might be able to see you if we take this camera shot. And the handsome guy there in the middle is Demetrius Jackson. So everybody wants to know, what are you doing now?
Oh, man. So in the past season, I got hurt. I had an injury to my groin. So I've been doing my rehabilitation, trying to get my body healthy, hoping to be able to play again next season. So in the meantime, been trying to support some of the local guys, try to help them any way I can, and give back in that sort of way while I'm home, and try to keep preparing for my future as well.
Joe Smith with the 3 there for Penn to cut the deficit to 4. We're talking with the former Marian star Demetrius Jackson, who was a pretty good backcourt player in his day, but as you watch these two backcourts tonight, with some younger guards, what do you see in their potential?
It's some really talented players on the court, and the crazy thing is a lot of these guys got another year to play. So Marcus Burton and Sullivan and Brooks, these guys are really, really talented, and I'm super proud to see all the hard work they put in.
Zion Rhodes with the bucket and the bump. You'll learn when you get in this business. We got to pay bills. Go ahead and do that live read, Bob.
Klein Custom Homes, Michiana's premier home builder. Come visit one of their exclusive neighborhoods or let Klein Custom Homes build on your property anywhere in Michiana. For more information, visit us at KleinCustomHomes.com.
Rhodes free throw sponsored, by the way, by Markley Enterprises. Penn trailing by 7. That was the halftime deficit as well. Wojciechowski working inside. Gatete. And he was fouled on the way up by Darian Thornton. He'll go to the line for free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. What's the biggest piece of advice you can give a young basketball player?
That's tough. That is a tough question. I would say the biggest piece of advice I could give is to be patient, to be diligent. A lot of times we don't see the benefits of our work right away, but down the road, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, whether it's tomorrow, you're going to see those benefits. So you got to stay consistent, be patient, be diligent. On and off the court, not just on the court, on and off the court.
So, would you ever be capable of watching a game like this objectively, or is there too much Marian in the bloodline?
I found myself over there clapping whenever Marian made a good play, but I'm just a fan of all these young men, just to see how hard they work, see them come out and compete, see them have fun with the game. I'm a big fan of the game in general, so it's hard. It's hard not to just cheer for Marian, but I try to stay fair as I can.
All right, Demetrius Jackson joining us here as his alma mater Marian has a 5-point lead, and the shot up and missed by Sullivan, and the rebound comes down to Dylan Durda, who checked into the game at that last break. Garwood for 3. That's just a little short, but Wojciechowski, big fella, puts it back up and in. He's got 5, and the Kingsmen back within 3. Demetrius, we're going to let you go back to enjoying the game. That's Demetrius Jackson joining us here at courtside. Kaleo Kakalea with the ball. That's fun. Not every day we have a former NBA player drop by.
No, we're going to ask him to do some live reads here in a minute. What a tremendous run he's had here. Part of the Marian family. Always will be.
Marian really slowing down against this Penn zone. Kakalea lost the handle, got it back. Penn fans wanted a double dribble. I'm not sure they're wrong. Brooks for 3. Ring it up. It's sponsored by State Senator Ryan Mishler. And a timeout taken by Rob Berger will take it as well. It's sponsored by Christensen Furniture. Richard Brooks' first bucket of the night puts Marian up by 6 on 46. This edition of the 46th Game of the Week being brought to you by St. Andrews Products, providing quality apparel of the PGA and 46 Sports.
TCU is a better banking institution where you'll get the latest in technology and you're never too far from a friendly face. Discover the TCU Advantage. Become a member today at tcunet.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
43-37, Marian on top. 4:51 to go here in the third quarter. The winner stays unbeaten in NIC play, as is John Glenn at the top of the standings. And oh, by the way, both of these teams have future dates with Glenn. In fact, Marian plays Travis Hanna's Falcons on Tuesday night.
It's a nice ball club. Boy, we've got some really good basketball in the area this year.
Glenn cruised into the Bi-County Championship game with a win over New Prairie tonight. Penn working against the 1-3-1 of Marian. Burton for three is short. Shot might have been altered by Thornton. And it's Thornton feeding Sullivan at the other end. And Sullivan slices in to have it blocked by Durda. Burton comes in strong and misses. Tried to draw the foul on Brooks, didn't work. Thornton running over people, and it's a charge. Joe Smith is so good at taking charges, his 8th of the year.
Folks, you're looking to join an extraordinary team, work hard and have fun, then you might be just the person to join the Chick-fil-A team. If you're looking for a job with competitive wages, complimentary meals, employee discounts, and provided team member uniforms, stop by the South Bend Chick-fil-A and ask for an application, or go online at chickfil-a.com/South Bend. Chick-fil-A in South Bend looks forward to having you on their team. Give them a call, 968-0351. They fed our crew tonight, did a terrific job. We thank them very much.
You take a look at the top 5 in Class 3A. The beautiful thing about this is 3 of these, the top 3, are all teams in our viewing area. Northwood, John Glenn, and Marian. And Chittard lost last night in the Indianapolis City tournament, so they'll likely drop in the rankings. Wojciechowski blocked by Rhodes. Here comes Sullivan the other way. And Burton will be called for the blocking foul. First on Marcus.
Christensen Furniture is a local family-owned business serving Michiana since 1912. If you're looking for perfect furniture for your home, Christensen's Furniture has everything you need for bedrooms, dining rooms, living rooms, home offices, home theaters, and much more. Christensen's Furniture, where affordability meets style.
Sullivan's first basket of the second half is a 3, sponsored by State Senator Ryan Mishler. And suddenly the Marian lead is back up to 9. Here's Burton with the basketball. Joe Smith has had a fairly quiet night. Burton, boy, looked like he got mugged by Sullivan, no call. Now Burton into traffic. Again, a lot of contact, no call. And they'll call a foul on Wojciechowski on the rebound.
Boy, Marian continues to work hard on those boards. Folks, your proud sponsor, Weaver Consultants Group, located in Granger, Indiana, wants to wish the Marian Knights good luck tonight. Check out Weaver Consultants Group at WCGRP.com to see how they can identify solutions to help you achieve your business needs.
Boy, what a game we have on tap for you. Tuesday night on the live stream, Wednesday night on 46. Number 3, Crown Point, and number 4, South Bend, Washington. Last year's 4A state champ taking on this year's 3A, or last year's 3A state runner-up. 6 Division I players on the floor. Great girls matchup at the Great Western Forum. And don't forget, the girls tournament draw is coming up on IHSA TV Sunday afternoon at 5.
That can't be coming up already. One of the things about the effort here tonight, Chuck, from both these teams is it's just been outstanding. Even though there have been a couple of missed shots, a couple of mistakes, a couple of turnovers, a couple of fouls, you're not questioning any of the effort we're seeing here tonight.
No, the effort has been superb on both ends of the floor.
Wouldn't it be great to work for a company where their employees are their most valuable asset? Well, now's your chance, because Reshcore is hiring. They have production positions available in a team-driven environment with excellent benefits that include medical, dental, and a 401k. To learn more about joining the Reshcore family and getting the $1,000 sign-on bonus, visit Reshcore.com. That's RESCHCOR.com.
Marian trying to build on a 9-point lead. Brooks working against Joe Smith. Marian's front court has come in big, but they'll come in big again with Kakalea on the rebound. Kalea with 8. Al Rhodes talked about the offensive rebounding with Bo at halftime. It's still a prominent feature in this game for Marian.
Big factor for the Knights.
Gatete with a nice head and shoulder fake, and that got Smith open for 3, but he couldn't put it in, and then an over-the-back foul called on Blake Barker.
Shooters shoot to get hot and shoot to stay hot. Joe Smith had a good look that time.
Nothing wrong with it.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies continues to be the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. Our 3 Indiana locations are involved with supplying process components for aerospace giants, including the latest developments for Boeing and SpaceX. At IFT, we're like the teams in this game. We're working toward a great finish.
Price finds Sullivan. Gets a nice screen and backs up for 3. It's sponsored by State Senator Ryan Mishler. 18 for Deglin. The lead, the biggest it's been all night for Marian at 14. Burton has been shut out here in the 3rd quarter. Smith will try to get Penn some much-needed points. Joe Smith with 12.
Marian spending a lot of energy guarding Marcus Burton, so Smith's had some openings, and he's hit some.
Brooks gets the blow by, but then the ball knocked away and picked up by Dominic Bonner. Here's Burton working on Brooks. Inside, got it to go. Marcus Burton with 11. Lead back down to single digits.
First point to the second half for Burton.
And now Kakalia has it stolen away, and Burton has 2 more. Bucket of the bump. Another look from R&B Car Company. Marcus Burton showing in a brief 15-second time span why he is one of the more explosive players in Northern Indiana.
The COVID-19 pandemic has changed many things in our world, but not the love, dedication, and commitment that the Marian High School faculty and staff have for providing a Catholic education. Marian students learn with humility, serve with compassion, and lead with integrity in the classroom, on the athletic fields, and in the community. Learn more about becoming a Knight by visiting the website at marianhs.com, marianhs.org, or for more information, go Knights.
8 straight for the Kingsmen. Let's see if Marian can hold for the last shot. Penn applying pressure. In fact, a little too close, and the foul called on Joe Smith, his second.
I love the fact, Chuck, that we're this late in the ball game and nobody is really in any kind of foul trouble at all.
Not individually, but now Penn with 16 fouls. Marian will find itself in the bonus the rest of the way. Sullivan working on Burton. Here's Brooks. Brooks forces it up and draws the contact again against Joe Smith, his 3rd. And Rich Brooks will go to the line for free throws, sponsored by Markley and Associates.
State Senator Ryan Mishler is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wants to wish the Marian Knights good luck in tonight's game. Congratulations on your great season. Go Knights from State Senator Ryan Mishler.
Brooks is a 71% free throw shooter on the year. Only 3 points tonight, averaging 15 per game. That one had more iron than your morning vitamin, but it dropped.
Like something came out of the West End Bakery. It's called a sweet roll.
Ron Berger looking on from the sidelines. As Brooks can't hit the second. Gatete with the rebound. Penn in a hurry. Burton, will he get the shot off? No. He may have lost sight of the clock. The faces tell the story inside Demetrius Jackson Court tonight. Not only intensity from the coaches and the fans, but the players as well. Marian leads this top 10 showdown 52-45. Let's head to the 4th on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by the Jordan Auto Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. Go downstairs for Bill's Heating Sideline Report. Bo, I guess one way to look is halftime deficit was 7 for Penn. It's still 7. Sure didn't seem like that was a stagnant third quarter. It had a lot of ebb and flow.
It really did. A lot of ups and downs on the Marian side, up by 11 at one time, and then Penn right back. A lot of explosive players on both sides of the court for both of these teams, and I think that's one of the biggest things we wanted to see tonight is how would each of these teams step up with their big players, and who would be that third or fourth guy to really step up. And for Marian, I think Rhodes and Thornton have done a heck of a job tonight, really not just scoring, but on the offensive board as well, guys.
Totally agree with you, Bo. And Price also has the 2 3-pointers tonight. That's been a big help. So that support crew for Marian has done a nice job.
Fourth quarter being brought to us by Wolverine Mutual Insurance. The Marian front court has outscored the Penn front court 22-13. Therein lies the difference in this one so far. Joe Smith in the corner. Burton lost it off his foot, but Smith was able to retrieve it. The Knights 2-3 zone bedeviling the Kingsmen throughout this one. This is a Penn team that averages 73 points a game. They've been held to 45 so far tonight.
Carl K. Memorials wants to wish the Marian Knights good luck in tonight's game and congratulations on the great season so far. Go Knights from Carl K. Memorials, where they always say, because we care and because you care, we care.
Joey Garwood comes in to take the place of Dominic Bonner. Garwood hit a couple of threes in the first half, has been silent since. They might need to get him on track to get back in this one.
Ooh, he wanted to.
Garwood to Gatete.
Love the confidence of both teams. They want the ball.
Smith for three. Joe Smith has hit 5 3-pointers tonight. He has 15 points in the game. And he has Penn within striking distance, down 4.
Penn up around 46% for the ball game. Marian still around 60%.
Brooks. Now Sullivan. Marian just running this weave across the top. Burton guarding Kakalia. Penn fans loving the defense from their squad, but Smith got a little too close, and I believe that's the 4th on Joe Smith.
Markley and Associates would like to give a special shout out to all the Marian players and students. We're very proud of all of you and your accomplishments. They also want to thank the coaches, teachers, administrators, and staff at Marian High School. We appreciate everyone involved at Marian High School. Our school community is truly a family. Go Knights from Markley and Associates.
And they sponsor the Marian free throws here in the second half. Dominic Bonner checking in to take the place of Joe Smith with those 4 fouls. Rich Brooks going to the line, 1 of 2 tonight. Brooks really remodeled his body in the offseason. Was a fiend in the weight room. But missed the key free throw there. Big rebound, Jackson Price, but he threw it away. Bonner with the steal. Garwood back outside to Burton. Gatete down low. Burton with the hop. Garwood with the 3. It's offline, but Burton gets the rebound and has the shot missed. Ball pops around. Gatete got the rebound. Burton loses the handle and Price the steal. Still a 4-point Marian lead. Brooks with a good move, had it stripped by Burton. And Al Rhodes wants to slow it down a little bit with 5:33 to go and a key possession here for Penn.
Kona Ice says we're mobile and we're fun. We're stocked with the most delicious flavors you've ever tasted. Visit Kona-ice.com today to reserve for your party before the dates are all taken.
Garwood with the miss, Price the rebound. Marian in need of some points here. Price trying to drive on Garwood. Penn has stepped up its defense here in the 4th quarter. Just going with a solid man-to-man. Sullivan trying to get past Bonner. Price for 3. It's short. Bonner the rebound. Penn has had 2 opportunities to get within a possession, and they failed on the last 2. Is the 3rd time a charm.
Royal Excursion is a proud supporter of high school athletics, whether for a wedding, school event, or corporate travel, family or social event. Royal Excursion lets you enjoy the ride, whether a day trip or cross-country travel. Arrive in style with Royal Excursion.
Penn gets the ball back after Marian knocked it out of bounds. Garwood will trigger the inbound. Watch for him to maybe curl to the corner for a 3 here. There it is. From the wing. Garwood for 2. He has 8. It's a 1-possession game. Marian led by as many as 14. Penn is on a 13-1 run.
Marian has not scored here in the 4th quarter.
Sullivan with a great grab. Brooks likes the matchup against Barker. Kakalea for 3. It's sponsored by Indiana State Senator Ryan Mishler. Kaleo with 11 and a timeout called by Marian. It's sponsored by Christensen Furniture. 3:47 to go in, dare I say, regulation. Kakalea with 3 and Marian by 5 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by TCU. Empowering members for 90 years. They're federally insured by the NCUA.
The Penn Boosters root for Kingsmen success tonight and all season. They support all extracurricular activities. It's only $10 a year to join, and it's a great way to show your spirit. Last year, Penn Boosters awarded over $20,000 for academic clubs and teams. Follow them on Facebook or go to pennboosters.org.
Big 3-pointer by Kaleo Kakalea, sending us to the timeout. Puts the Marian lead back up to 5. You had mentioned right before that, that's their first basket of the 4th quarter.
It is indeed. And folks, want to thank St. Andrews Products for celebrating over 30 years of serving corporations, high schools, colleges, as well as the PGA Tour. Proud to support the new American Dunes Golf Course up at Grand Haven, Michigan. Folks, let us help your cause. Reach us at sales@standrerscorp.com, where your expectations become our standards.
Penn trailing by 5. Smith double teamed, finds Garwood. Gatete thought about the 3, instead goes in but misses the 2. Put it up and in, and he was fouled. Josh Gatete, who scored 11 Tuesday night in the overtime win over Northridge, has 10 this evening. And you get another look courtesy of R&B Car Company.
What an effort by Gatete to follow his own shot. Klein Custom Homes is Michiana's career home builder. Come visit one of our exclusive neighborhoods or let Klein Custom Homes build on your property anywhere in Michiana. For more information, visit us at Klein, that's K-L-I-N-E, KleinCustomHomes.com.
Gatete, an 80% foul shooter, takes a free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. Big fan of the movie Space Jam. Might be feeling like he's facing the monsters here, trailing by 3. Deglin Sullivan working on Bonner, lays it up and in. Deglin with 20 tonight. Marian by 5.
He scored 5 here in the 4th quarter.
3 minutes left in regulation. Burton outside. Now Bonner. Burton, pull-up jumper. Couldn't get it to go. Thornton the rebound.
Big rebound.
Brooks, a quick 3. Missed it. And the rebound to Burton. Not sure that's the shot Rod Berger wanted there. Burton lost the handle and Kakalea got it back. Sullivan all the way. Bucket of the bump. Get another look from R&B Car Company. Gatete trying to hang in there and get the charge, but he wasn't given the call. And Sullivan, a 55% foul shooter, takes a free throw sponsored by Markley and Associates.
Strong move to the hoop.
23 for Deglin. Wojciechowski checks back in for Penn. I think they put a point up on the wrong side there on the scoreboard in the building. Our scoreboard is right, and they finally corrected it here inside the gym.
Boy, Penn cannot be as patient this last 2 minutes as they've been most of the game.
Wow, they call Gatete for a moving screen. Josh trying to plead his case, but Penn loses the ball, and Rob Berger will want to spread it out after this timeout called by the Kingsmen. It's sponsored by the Penn Booster Club.
One of the things Marian has to be careful about here, Chuck, is they've had a nice pace to the game. They haven't had any really strong downtime, and you don't want to take the air out of the ball for your own ball club. You might need a couple of more points here before it's over.
Well, before you count the Kingsmen out, remember 3 of the last 5 games in this series have gone to overtime. So even though they're down 8 right now, anything can happen.
Well, guess what? We're at Argus on Tuesday, and anything did happen about 4 times in a row.
Reminder that our next game here on TV 46 will live stream it Tuesday night. We'll show it Wednesday night. Girls basketball, what a classic matchup. Chris Siebert's Crown Point Bulldogs, number 3 in the IBCA poll. They've got a Miss Basketball candidate, Jessica Carruthers. South Bend, Washington is number 4. They've got a Miss Basketball candidate, Mila Reynolds. Should be a whole lot of fun at the Great Western Forum. We'll show it on TV Wednesday night at 9 and Thursday afternoon at 2 on your home for high school sports. TV 46. Bo Hutt, I know you're not going to be there Tuesday night, but you saw plenty of both those teams last year. What do you think about Washington's chances to get back down to the field house?
I think if Reynolds scores more than 10 points, I think they have a good chance.
Which one?
Exactly.
Only 3 of them on the Washington roster. Well, you might have seen somebody bumped our clock. I will see if I can reach over. I'm not sure I'm paid enough for this. They will adjust it in the truck, I'm told. They want no part of me touching the clock. 1:55 is the time on the clock. We'll keep you updated. Marian leading by 8. Knocked out of bounds. It went off Marian. And it'll be Penn basketball with 1:51 to go here in regulation.
Well, we saw Marcus Burton score 5 points in about 15 seconds. So Penn, still a lot of firepower out there.
Kingsmen need to get some shots off quickly. Burton, nearly double teamed, goes into the land of the Giants, gets the ball back, and no call made. Sullivan comes away with it. Kakalia to Brooks. He scores over Wojciechowski. Richard Brooks with 6. Penn trailing by 10. And now you see the clock, bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Burton for 3. Timeout called by Penn. It's sponsored by the Penn Booster Club. Marcus Burton with 17 tonight.
Well, when that shot went up, Chuck, if it did miss and Marian got in the rebound, I think the place was going to come alive. And Marian fans were going to get up with less than a minute to go. It'd be up by 10. But there you go.
Look at both huddles. Penn around Al Rhodes, Marian around Rob Berger.
I love to go back to the opening comments. Both coaches talked about how playing good teams makes you better come tournament time. And well, this has been a great test for both teams. And Marian playing at home has got to be worth maybe a couple of points. But what a great effort by the Marian support troops as they held up Richard Brooks, who had trouble scoring tonight. And Marcus Burton's done okay. But those are the two that we thought would dominate the game.
A reminder of what's at stake. John Glenn alone in first in the NIC, but Penn and Marian also undefeated in conference play, so the winner will stay in that tie, and Marian hangs on. They have a showdown with Glenn Tuesday night at the area in Walkerton. Nearly stolen by Burton. Instead, the foul called on Marcus Burton will send Declan Sullivan, the 55% foul shooter, to the line for free throws sponsored by Markley and Associates.
Declan tonight has made his only free throw attempt. Strange when you see a guy that shoots the ball like Declan Sullivan, more effective percentage-wise, almost from three-point range than from the free throw line.
What a night he has had tonight. 23 points. Make it 24. His career high 29 came on 46 last year in the regular season against St. Joe. And Declan, well, right now, 56 points away from the 1,000 mark. He would be the 5th Marian boy to score 1,000 in his career, including that kid that dropped by here in the third quarter.
Jackson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knights by 9. Garwood for 3. That's off the mark. Barker kept it alive, and Blake Barker gets the bucket. His first of the night. And a quick blocking foul called on Joey Garwood. At some point, Penn has to hope that Marian misses some free throws here, but Sullivan, who's not known as a good foul shooter, going to the line, and Al Rhodes talking things over with the officiating crew. Declan would frequently not be available this weekend. He has been many times to the March for Life in Washington, D.C. But he also knew the magnitude of this game for his team tonight. He misses that one. Sitting on 26 points with 40 seconds left. Here's Burton for 3. It's short. Gatete sends it right back out. Garwood for 3. That's off as well. Sullivan another rebound, and Barker very close to an intentional foul, but it'll still be a 2-shot foul.
Penn with a couple more offensive rebounds in that series, but unable to finish.
Long line of Sullivans went to St. Joe. His brother Greenan, his sisters Daly and Keegan. Daly and Keegan both down at Rockhurst College now. Greenan in the seminary. Declan trying to get his 27th point of the night. It's good. Timeout called by Penn with 26.1 seconds left. It's sponsored by the Penn Booster Club.
Well, and you get the feeling that everybody who came to this reminds me, Chuck, a number of years back, we had a game with St. Joe girls against Washington girls. Skylar Diggins came out of her shell. She scored 43 points in that game. But when it was over, because of the effort, the level of talent on the court that night, both sides stood up and cheered. I think you get the same feeling here tonight. Marian got a chance to get out of here with a win over Penn, but both sides, the fans, got to really appreciate the effort they saw here tonight.
What a college game we had from Assembly Hall last night on 103.1, and we'll have 2 of them on Sunday. Northwestern visits Purdue at Mackey Arena to get us started at 1 p.m. and then a huge game for Mike Woodson's team. Can they follow it up with another win as the Wolverines of Michigan come into the Assembly Hall in Bloomington for a 3:30 tip-off? The only place you can hear both games in Michiana is Pulse FM 103.1.
It'll be interesting to see if Don Fisher gets his voice back after that big win by the Hoosiers.
And how fun was it to watch Jaden Ivey and Trey Galloway, 2 guys that we saw go head-to-head a couple of times with Marian against CMA, going head-to-head last night with Purdue and Indiana.
Good to see Trey Galloway back. He had a wrist injury that kept him out for quite a while.
Joe Smith for 3. That's off the mark. Barker the rebound. Gets Penn back within 7. Kingsmen will look to foul quickly if they can't get the steal. And Brooks, did Garwood tie him up, or did they call a foul? They called a foul on Penn.
We'll see some good things out of Blake Barker tonight, 6'6". Senior, giving him a nice effort off the bench.
So here's Richard Brooks, who only had 6 points tonight, but he won't care about that. Walking out of here with a victory. And Marian will have its 8th straight win over Penn. That is somewhat hard to believe.
Richard Brooks. You know, even when he wasn't scoring tonight, he was taking a lot of that defensive attention away from other players.
Still got 8 points. Marian up 68-59. Burton in the waning seconds can't hit. And this one belongs to the Marian Knights, the 3rd-ranked team in Class 3A. Knocks off the Penn Kingsmen, ranked number 8 in 4A. The final score, Marian 68 and Penn 59. A lot to talk about on our post-game show, including our player of the game that comes your way next on the 46 Game of the Week.
Thanks for watching the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by
Even if you're ranked in the top 5 in the state of Indiana, a win over the Penn Kingsmen in just about any sport means something, and it did here at Marian tonight as the students surrounded their heroes and celebrated this one. Their 8th straight over Penn, 68-59. Chuck Freeby and Bob Nagel high above the fray. We expected a good one. It delivered.
It really did, and we were looking forward to this one when we set up the schedule a couple of weeks ago. We said, wow, we're going to get to the point of the schedule where we got Penn against Marian, and then you got Washington girls against Crown Point, and then you got Warsaw against Northwood. And this is just a great basketball season. We saw 2 of the best teams here tonight. I think Marian did outplay Penn a little bit in a lot of different regards. His offensive rebounds were so big, and surprisingly, number 1 had a lot of those.
Yes, and he had a lot of points as well. Number 1 is Declan Sullivan, and his 27 points, the reason he's talking now with Bo Hunt.
Standing by with our player of the game, Declan Sullivan. First off, 27 points tonight. What did this victory mean for you guys?
It was a big win. We needed it. This is our first year, our first shot, this is probably our best shot at the NIC Conference Champions. So it means a lot, and that was just one of the first steps to getting there. So it means a lot.
This game was about the backcourt for both teams. What was the difference between your backcourt and their backcourt?
I think we just wanted it more. We played with more hustle. I mean, we stayed composed on defense. We did what Coach Berger told us. I just think that's what helped us get the win.
Your inside play as well, not just you, but Rhodes, Thornton, Kakale on the inside. Just talk about those guys and how well they played inside tonight.
Huge rebounding threats, huge offensive threats. You know, they're gritty bigs, and it's just awesome to play with. They can also shoot it too, so they really can do everything. And it really helps stretch the floor and set screens. They just help a lot, help the team out a lot.
Talk about this preparing you for your future games. You got Glenn coming up. Just thoughts on that?
You know, yeah, it was a fun game, but now we got Glenn and then Washington, so we're just gonna get back in the gym tomorrow, practice, and prepare for those 2 games.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
The celebration ensues, but Declan Sullivan brings up some good points. The Glen Falcons could have themselves quite a, say, 72 hours if they win the Bi-County Championship tomorrow night, their 4th straight, and then turn around and down at the area in Walkerton, which is a completely different environment.
Oh, yeah.
Turn around and knock off this Marian team on Tuesday night.
And then you got to think about Penn being able to rebound, and maybe they come up with a win later on. To, you know, you could wind up with a 3-way tie in this league without a whole lot of problem. But the way Marian played tonight, and the fact that they're coming off a couple of big wins, including over Culver Academy, this is a team that's playing with a lot of confidence. And I saw tonight there's 5 or 6 guys on that floor that wanted the ball and they want to shoot it. Kaleo Kakale hit some big 3s tonight, and Price hit some 3s. I mean, this is a team that's developed depth and a lot of confidence. They shot over 60% from the field tonight. Penn around 40%, but Marian got to the free throw line 15 times. Penn only got there 6 times. So Marian a little bit more of the aggressor, and defensively they stayed in front of the Penn guards.
I thought Marian's bigs outplayed the Penn bigs to such a point that made the 9-point difference in the game. And the front court scoring would show that, 27-19. Of course, Penn's going to be a big John Glenn fan on Tuesday night because that would help scramble the race a little bit. Penn still plays Glenn later in the year. And then if Marian gets past Glenn, I thought Sullivan brought up a good point as well. They can't overlook Washington.
No. Washington got the directional player, Mr. Northern, who's a really good player, and it's always tough to beat Washington. They're so athletic, and again, there's so much basketball to be played, and it's great to see teams staying healthy and having all their teams together, and hopefully we can continue.
Glad you could join us for this one tonight at Demetrius Jackson Court. And our thanks to our TV 46 crew who helped bring you this one, including our production manager, Dean Korsmo, Nick Rothroth, pushing the buttons tonight, and Ryan Fitzpatrick working the audio. Reminder, we have college basketball coming up on Sunday. It's Purdue and Northwestern at 1, Michigan and Indiana at 3:30. And then on Tuesday night, we'll live stream that big girls showdown over the Great Western Forum, number 3 Crown Point and number 4 South Bend, Washington. We'll show it to you on TV 46 Wednesday night at 9 and Thursday afternoon at 2. A reminder, we're also on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For my Hall of Fame partners, Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final, Marian 68, Penn 59. So long from the Princess City.